show with cute on comic.
You didn't like that theme song? Okay.
It was okay.
It was horrible, let's be honest.
I'm sorry. I have one comic book this week.
One!
And it's number
One
one.
is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. Sorry.
This is supposed to be the Nicute.
It's cute,
The
yes,
Nicute?
it's cute.
The Nicole's
The Nicute?
No,
on
it's
comic.
I'm very sour.
Anyway, I have Princess Ugg.
Ugg!
Ugg.
Ugg!
Ugg.
Ugg.
It's not as when I first looked at it, I saw like this, and then spoilers by the way, this, and I'm like, oh look, fighting and stuff, and then it's not really.
Snot? There's snot in the comic book?
It's kind of disappointing in that area. There's no violence really. It's more about this girl,
Princess Ugg.
Princess Ugg, and she goes to like. She wants to be like a normal princess with all like the dresses and the things like this. She wants to be like that or something. I kind of didn't understand that part. And
So she wants to be a girly princess.
And she wants to have an education.
An education?
But instead she's, stuck being a warrior princess?
And then she goes to, this town. I don't...
Things fall down! Things fall down.
This place.
Odessa?
Our destiny.
Artraska or something like that. And like it's a city and stuff. And then she fights people and she's like, because she promised her mom she would go there or something, and then to get education the princess falls into. And then yeah, so it's not that great. I don't know if I don't know if I'm gonna get the next one. It's not like this is the cover for the next one. Like,
so it's not really your thing.
not really my thing. But if you like girly stuff, like with not very much violence or gore,
then it's perfect for
for you.
So it's girly.
Or for like little, I don't know, for like 10-year-olds or something. I don't know.
Or
Ugg.
like to
No, not
Okay.
10. Well, yeah, there's that, and then that's it for me.
That was Cute on Comics. Now
Hi.
we take you live to, hi, it's me, Mad Montreal Man. How you doing? Yes, we're back in the living room of madness. One of the reasons for that is, as you guys know, I was in a car accident 2 weeks ago, and it really hurts for me to turn my head from side to side or lift things up a lot, and being in the Mad Man cave is kind of...
Can't help but turn your head and lift things up a lot.
Yeah, 'cause it's kind of crowded and messy. So we're here. Yay. I gave the boys a night off. There wasn't really much. It was a smaller week this week. And I figured, you know what, the boys need a night off. Plain and simple. I also want to say thanks to Barry. Barry, our good friend Barry, gave us this wonderful Denon Blu-ray system, which is really sweet. It's an older Blu-ray system, but it's one of the top-line ones. It's really nice, Barry. Thank you. Now I just have to wait to get a TV that actually can hook up to it because we have an old-fashioned cable TV.
Well, that's on its last legs, so we'll get new ones.
Yeah, so thank you for that. I also want to say thank you to Mark, my buddy Mark. He liked our retro review concept so much about Falling Down, which is a really good retro review. I'm just saying. So he gave me a copy of the actual movie. No more having to get it offline or boring. So I have my own copy of that. Let me see. Apart from that, who I want to say thank you to? Oh, our friend Tamara, who's actually being a very good student. Yes, Tamara is learning how to defend herself. She's taking my sort of defense course, and she's learning pretty well. Hi, Shane. Hi, Shane. Hi. Hi, Martina. See, I'm not yelling. Hi, Shane. Apart from that, what else? A lot of things on my mind. I've been reading a lot of news lately. Hi, Marky. Marky was her birthday. Marky's a friend of ours. She likes Lock and Key. She's also a gamer, a cosplayer. You should check her out. She's probably one of the best Harlequins in Vancouver. Which is kind of funny because my friend Allie, who's also a cosplayer, is also a very good Harlequin. Oh my God, we should have a battle of the Harleys. Ooh, Allie versus Marky. Harley versus Harley. That'd be cool. So happy birthday to Marky. I haven't forgot you. Happy birthday. Am I forgetting anything? Oh, hi, Nick. Oh yeah, comic books. Yeah, I almost forgot. Okay, we're going to start off with the stuff that Allison got. First one, of course, she got her usual Force Habit, Lobster Johnson. She enjoys it. It's kind of a fun read. She also picked this up today. It's called The Forgotten Man, A New History of the Great Depression. Now, this brings up an interesting subject. How, I was thinking about how when I got in the comic books, and back in those days, that's really heavy. Back in those days, there were no comic book stores. Yes, I'm that old. Shane, I'm old. I remember having no comic book stores. And when the first one or two opened up, it was kind of like, oh, this is really cool. And we started going buying our comic books at the comic book stores. And, for us geeks like me, it was great, comic books. But for a lot of people, it was the first time they got exposed to a comic book world. And one of the things that got to them was the alternate comic books, like the graphic novels. Because he was like, it's not just funny papers, it was actual stories. That's the thing about comic books, people. You can actually get, people who don't normally read comic books into comic books by, here's a story. And the reason why this is good for history or anything else, can you imagine Star Wars? Now close your eyes. Okay? Now imagine the movie, the Star Wars story, but close your eyes, no visuals. And then Luke pulled out his saber and basically went, but you're my father! Kind of sucks about the visuals, doesn't it? The same with a lot of stories. Visuals add impact. I was reading an article today, actually it was an interview on CNN, and an article on CNN about Ben Steinhardt was talking about Nixon and the debate against Kennedy. He goes, on the radio, Nixon was kicking butt. But when you saw the footage of him, he looked horrible. See, the image to our brain conveys a story. That's why comic books are really good, because you get both. You get the word and you get the image in your brain at once. So I digress. That was her stuff. This looks like a good read. I'll probably read this myself. It's got good reviews already. So I think we're going to get on to Marvel now. Should we do Marvel? I think Marvel. Marvel! Where are you? Shane, have you hit Marvel again? Might as well start. Alright, Original Sin! It's okay. It's alright. It's predictable. Hi, Captain America. Yeah, so-so issue. Kind of disappointing. Wait. Here's a spoiler. Loki. Here's a spoiler. They should call it Loki's. Alright, the Iron Man was just okay. Punisher. It was also just kind of okay. Iron Fist. Why am I buying this? It's kind of silly, but I kind of enjoying it. Alright, Avengers World. It was alright. Now, this story, I've been liking this story, and the artwork kind of drives me a little crazy, but this issue, there's a couple pages. Here's a spoiler. I'm talking about Moon Knight. Here's a 2-page spoiler. Oh, wow, that was so cool looking at these 2 pages. Story's good. I do recommend if you want a good story, Moon Knight. It's probably the best relaunch of Moon Knight in a long time. The so-so kind of really cute New Warriors. It was so cute. Even she was like, it was too cute. Reprints, as always, Miracle Man. Really cool. Marvel's best cover of the week, The Black Widow. Best Marvel cover of the week. Okay, I'm not going to tilt my head because, it really hurts. So, DC Peel. Alright, we're up to start. Batwing. Followed by Batman, Eternal. Their Bat books are kind of average. Shane, you'll probably like the Batman Eternal a bit more than the Batwing. Green Arrow, the cover says it all. Broken. Yes, DC, you've broken Green Arrow for all of us fans of Green Arrow. See, I'm gonna go off topic. I was talking about how when we started reading comic books way back when, we grew up with our comic books, and one of the things I find that the comic book companies don't do is they take chances anymore. I remember back when first comics came out, here's new characters, here's new publishers. It was fun, it was invigorating. The other companies had to fight back. I mean, DC Comics came up with new characters and new titles, keeping the old ones, but new ones. Marvel did the same thing. And when you think about that nowadays, DC and Marvel, they're not as progressive. They're like playing it safe. What they do is, Marvel comes out with new #1s, and they'll kill somebody, but they're not really dead because they're going to come back. DC copies Marvel when it comes to some stories, or they do weird stuff like we're going to revamp, reboot. It's not new. I'd rather have the companies at Marvel and DC do what all us long-term fans want. Because you think about it this way, who buys comic books? 15-year-olds might spend $5 a week, $10 a week. 20-year-olds about $20. It's us big-time geeks. It's us guys, the guys you want spending more than $50 a week buying comic books. Make us happy. And that means keep the good storylines going. Don't have to revamp, reboot. Just keep them going. And every now and then, take a chance on a new character. Take a gamble on a new storyline, new characters. That's much better than saying, okay, here's a new #1. Again, Marvel. Here's a revamp, reboot, retell everything over again because it's all old as new. We're tired of it. Give us new characters, new challenges. That's why the Ultimates are so much better now. because they're taking chances that DC and Marvel aren't. But I still give credit to the old alternate companies like First Comics. They took a big chance on some of the characters and they did good. PC Comics, much better than some of the stuff we have nowadays. Bring back some of those old characters. I'd like that. Should we get back to the comics? I guess so. I've ranted enough in my next Bernie. As you can tell, I'm in a lot of pain, so my mind's kind of like, jabbled. I'll come out of the others. Here's a way to get a new character, make him a legend. Call him Legend. Wasn't a bad read. Phantom Stranger and Swamp Thing. Okay, I'm going to do these two at the same time. DC Comics, make these Vertigo titles, please. They do not work as a PG comic book for 15-year-olds. That's how they read. Really cool cover. I'm giving this DC's best cover of the week to Future's End. It's getting interesting. One of the series I like from the New 52, I'm actually thinking it's probably the best thing they got going that's supposed to be part of the continuity, is Justice League 3000. This is a good issue. Okay, so we're going to get into a few more. We're almost wrapping up DC's. DC did a whole bunch of Bombshell Girl covers. I bought them all because I thought they were cool. Green Lantern, Carol Ferris. Not a bad Green Lantern story. Okay, Action Comics. The best thing about this is the cover. Warning, there's going to be a lot of spoilers here. I want to show you how bad, how horrendously bad the artwork is in this comic book. Look at that. That's horrible proportions. Okay, I expect this from Eric Larson with the small toes, but there's a couple of panels in here that were so bad, I went, look, okay, look at Wonder Woman. That's physically impossible for a human being or even a goddess to do that. I mean, that's like, it's just so badly drawn. It's like, I know it's a comic book and they're trying for a certain look, but it's just so brutally bad. There's two more panels I'm going to show you. This is why I'm saying, Warner Brothers, you guys own DC Comics, fire Dan and Jim. Seriously, please do. Or at least demote them to something, Okay, look at the panel of Superman. Look at the proportions, the unfinished artwork. See what I mean? It's horrid. It's like he's got curved legs, a head the proportions are so bad and so wrong. But wait, there's one more panel. Look at Wonder Woman's proportions in this one.
What happened to your feet?
Best thing about this comic book is the cover. Worst Action Comics in a long time. Really nice cover. Good storyline. I'm enjoying it. Earth 2 with the Hawk Girl. Bombshell cover. This is actually good. Best all-around cover. I know I'm jumping. I'm not doing the all-this. This is the best cover of the week. It really is a nice cover. Story's good. It's The Wake from Vertigo. That cover is just, there's something about it when you look at it from afar, it's just kind of eerie. Because, you get drawn into to the skull, the light in the back. That's a good cover. That's it for the DC. Reverse Peel. Hey, from Avatar. Good sci-fi story, Caliban. I'm enjoying it. Looking forward to more. I said this a long time ago. This should be made into a movie. It could be made into a TV series now. The Great Pacific. The art's not that good, but the concept is what sells the books. Fantastic stories as usual. From
Savage Sword.
Savage Sword. You got Conan, Solomon King. Good stuff in here. Kind of a coffee table sin. I passed up on the first one when it first came out because I wanted to give it a chance for somebody else to pick it up. But I picked up 1 and 2. The Witcher. Shane, I told you to buy this based on Kelly's recommendation. I took Kelly's advice. It actually is a pretty interesting story. I'm looking forward to that. Beautiful artwork on the inside. The Ray. There's some really nice artwork in this issue. Some really nice. This is what I expect in a comic book. Artwork, actual good art, good storytelling. I mean that is a nice piece of art. I'm actually enjoying this series. It's the alternate cover of the week. It really works. The story is good. It's written by a guy who knows how to write. I don't think I have to say who it is, but it's Dream Police #2. Very good story. I'm looking forward to more of this. One of Mad Montreal Girls comic books. She can't remember it, but Suicide Squad?
Suicide Risk.
Risk, whatever. Oh, Suicide Squad's me. Okay, this was a runner-up for cover of the week. The only reason why I didn't give it cover of the week is because there's a color on there that I can't stand. Judge Dredd.
It's the color yellow.
No, it's pink.
No? Where's
I'm
the pink?
Not a fan of
oh,
pink.
the some country. Oh, okay.
Which leaves me with only one comic book. This is something that I'm going to start a new title. I'm going to say this is the best art piece in comic books this week. What I mean by that is, here's a book that's done by an artist that kind of appeals to artists. It's not part of your typical comic book genre. This is something, he does something, I'm buying the book. It's almost a guarantee. His name's on it, I'm buying it. Ted McGeever. It is just kind of creepy. This is the kind of stuff that dreams and nightmares are made of. It's just, there's something about Ted's artwork. It appeals to me in a weird, dark corner of my soul. His stories are always really interesting and good. And it's just one of those things where if you want to try something different, I recommend pick up. I mean, he's done stories, and it's always a different size format too, which is nice. This is something that, you know, I'm looking forward to passing down to the Mad Montreal Girl, to the cute one down the road. This is my artist choice of the week. Here we go.
The superannuated man.
So far, yeah, it's the first one. Hey, here you go. Hey, Ted. This is the first time we did an artist book of the week. This is for artists. This is it. Pretty good. So that's it for me. I'm in a lot of pain. My neck is burning. You guys can't see it, but just doing this right now. I'm doing this for you, Shane.
Yeah,
Really.
like, you can't tell on the camera, but your face is super red.
Yeah, I'm doing this for you, Shane, because I promised you guys I would do this show. I'm doing this for our friends at RX, our friends in Montreal at Expert Comics. Hi, Steve. How are you? Steve the Burton Champ. I love the guy. He's a fun guy. I'm also doing this for our friends at Sub City in Ireland. We love you guys. One day I really hope to come out to the... I mean, like I said, I want to come out there and have a coffee with you guys, with Robert, Nigel. I want to meet you guys. I really do. And especially you, Nigel. I want you to draw one of my characters in your comic book. Just saying. Hey, Brandon. Speaking of which, Leroy still wants you to draw a cameo of him. But like I said, thank you to all you guys. I'll keep doing this as long as I can. As long as that camera lasts, because unfortunately,
oh man, this thing is ancient.
Our medical bills and stuff, no car. Think about that. We have no car from the car accident. It's a car accident last year with, Allison and Mad Montreal Girl, and this car accident was me and Allison. So, neither one was our fault, but we have no car now, so we're kind of like medical bills, comic books, sometimes food, who cares. So we're hanging in there as long as we can, so hopefully you enjoy the show. This is Mad Montreal Man saying good night, Shane, or good morning, actually, because Shane's in Ireland. He watches this in the morning, so.
All right.
Okay, we're going.